time. They talk to each other. Very little talking here. This is all business right now. And Bjergsen and Jisu with the fast bans. And Jisu thinking about what he wants to do.
Oh, unbench the Kench. Jisu going to be rocking one of those melee-style champions, one of those types of things that Bjergsen specifically brought up, saying, I think my pool, I think my play style is better suited to this than his, and I'll be able to show that.
What is the keystone going to be? What is the rune going to be that he's running? We talk about some phase rush Tahm Kench. Eat him, run him into the turret.
And spit him out.
It's
you and I tested
fun.
this.
It's
I remember
so fun.
testing this with you a couple of weeks ago about how far can Tahm Kench actually run out, use phase rush, gobble you up, and still get you back under the turret in time.
Yeah, I feel like you need Swifty boots to do it, though, and about level 6, since phase rush, I believe, scales with your level in terms of the movement speed that it gives you. So we'll see what he's running, though, but I'm so excited for this. The first Tahm Kench, the 1v1.
All right, let's see what he's
Yeah!
doing. It's phase rush with Ghost. So he's ready. He is ready to make this happen. If he wins, he's going to win by gobbling Bjergsen up and spitting him underneath the turret. And if he can make that happen, it is going to be so cool to see. But we did see Bjergsen control these waves against Faker with this champion. We saw him play this game against someone playing Syndra, against a very mechanically talented player playing Syndra. So up against something like Tahm Kench, woo, he's got his work cut out for him.
And the Tahm Kench has boots. He has the Ghost. He has the heal. This is go fast Tahm Kench.
Okay,
this is special delivery sushi chef, master chef Tahm Kench.
Let's see if he can drift around and find his way towards Bjergsen, get those stacks down and find the Devour. Bjergsen, though, the one who should be in control with the push, with the wave control early. Like I said, Jisu's the one with that work cut out for him in this. Just because of the fact that, I mean, you're Tahm Kench into Taliyah.
Yeah.
Your tongue is stopped by minions. You don't have a lot of long-range capability to engage in this champion that is so adept at keeping herself far away.
Yeah, I feel as though this is going to come down to Bjergsen just skirting around, keeping his range and killing all of the minions, going back and not even like pushing him up to the turret to deal turret damage because he doesn't want to risk it. We'll see here how they start this off.
All right, threaded volley into the wave, as could be expected. Also worth pointing out that it is airy once again on Bjergsen's Taliyah. Just wants to make sure that every time he lands the poke, it's that much more effective. So not really anything too surprising coming out of him just yet. Jisu, mindful of how the minion farming works underneath the turret, not able to find that last one. 6-2-3 right now. So Bjergsen is in the spot that you're going to see him in for most of the game. I think if Jisu is able to find his all-in, it's going to be a case of sort of what you were describing earlier, where he kind of gets to level 6, he gets swiftness boots, and then he goes for the all-in then. The early game isn't going to be fun for this Kench.
Yeah, Bjergsen was talking about the cheese ball strategies. I mean, this is one that he's cooked up here. Jisu will see if he's able to actually execute on it, because I feel like it's one that the condition is pretty narrow. The enemy, if they're thinking about your win condition, they might be able to avoid it completely. Now, Bjergsen's going to back and use Taliyah passive, where he just runs against walls and structures and gets back very quickly without missing much in terms of CS.
Because he knows the cannon waves underneath the enemy turret, it's going to take that much more time for it to clear out. He's got enough time to get back to the wave without missing much at all.
Yep.
Another Doran's ring picked up, more potions picked up. He's in the spot he wants to be.
Yeah, and let's talk about his runes right here, because he has Biscuit Delivery and he has Futures Market. So Bjergsen, taking the advice of kind of Azale yesterday, talking about how good Futures Market is, and you can buy so many potions, and he's done that for himself right now.
Getting those extra potions early on. Remember, this is a 1 versus 1 that's played, from level 1. You only have the money at the start. This isn't ARAM rules where you're starting off really far ahead and you've got 1,300 gold to spend as soon as you load into the game.
Yeah, no level 3 start.
Right, so you have to play around the same types of things you would play around if you were laning early on in Summoner's Rift. And having an extra 200 gold to spend at the start through Futures Market can be huge. The amount of potions, some players might remember the good old times of 9 potion start, which, by the way, was not actually good. It was not fun to play against because the person had so much sustain in lane.
Red pot, though, plus
Red
potions
pot
was
plus
fun.
potions. That was pretty silly. That was also a good time. Bjergsen will continue to push the waves out, continue to control the pace of this game.
And so I went back and I looked. Bjergsen actually missed 0 creeps when he went back and ran all the way. None of his minions had died. Look at that, Jisu. First item, Swifty boots. I want that special delivery to come through.
He wants it too, but he can't get anywhere near Bjergsen right now. He just keeps this wave pushed up. He throws down all these rocks all over the place, every single wave. What's a Kench got to do?
And here's the thing, though, is he has to kind of only do this one time. He gets one moment, one opportunity to make this happen, because as soon as Bjergsen sees it once, you're not going to have the summoner spells or the time because of the CS to actually execute it again. So Jisu would have to do it one time, and I think he's waiting for phase rush levels to get to like 6 or 7, so he has all that movement speed.
You get to 6, you ult behind them, and you go. That's the only shot you pretty much got. If you're the Tahm Kench in this one, I want to see it work. I really do, but at the same time, you also got to remember, Bjergsen has exhaust, he has barrier. It's not as simple as gobble him up, spit him out, and he dies.
I mean, you'll have boots and you'll have phase rush. You're going to reduce the slow of the exhaust, and it wouldn't really matter too much. He's still going to be super speed Tahm Kench. I honestly hope that Jisu's able to pull this off.
Well, Bjergsen's already up to 46 CS. He keeps going back pretty consistently to get more and more. Biscuits in his inventory, like you mentioned earlier, means he's going to have even more mana as he continues to lane through this.
Yeah. If I'm Jisu, he's ulting
here he goes.
behind him. He has the
Jisu
ghost
decided
on.
to make the play. He pops the ghost already. Now looking to chase Bjergsen down. Doesn't find the tongue, and that could be the thing that separates this from being successful or not.
He's gone.
He's going to carry him
back,
backwards. Can't get him all the way back to the turret, but he does bring him back far enough to continue to apply the damage. Exhaust going to be used. Jisu still has thick skin, looking to find the tongue. The tongue comes out. Not quite making its way just yet. There's your stun. Barrier still going to be used. Jisu can't do it. First blood to Bjergsen. And that ends this 1v1.
The 2-0 for Bjergsen. The seismic shove on the Tahm Kench ultimate, the Abyssal Voyage location, pushes Jisu back and makes him lose enough distance that Bjergsen isn't pulled back into a turret.
The first